Hey there, Lakers fans. I am Tom Downey. Before we dive into today's Lakers rumors video, I want to give you guys an opportunity to get going in the comments section here and speak some positivity into the universe. If you believe the Lakers are going to repeat as NBA champions, I want you guys to type in me in the comments section. Now, this is a Lakers channel, so hypothetically speaking, every single person who clicks on this video should type in me. I don't know if you guys can actually bring it like that, but I'm giving you the opportunity. If you think the Lakers are going to repeat, go type in me in the comments section. All right, over now to some Lakers rumors. How about adding Kevin Porter Jr.? I am intrigued by this one here, floated by Yardbarker as putting the Lakers one of the top 3 contenders. For those of you that don't know, the former first-round pick, Kevin Porter Jr., that swingman, he's not going to be with the Cavs for too much longer. The reports are they're going to cut him if they cannot find a trade partner, and that will normally end up being an outright cut there. Porter has not played this year amid some off-the-field issues. There was a lot going on for Porter over the past, I'll just say, calendar year or so. There was an arrest after a one-car incident, or accident, I should say, back in November. He was arrested, charged, and had possession of marijuana, guns charges. All those ended up being dropped, by the way, which was good for him. He was also accused of punching a woman back in downtown Cleveland in, December. I think that's when that one came out. And then most recently, Porter had his locker moved after Taurean Prince was acquired by the Cavs, and Porter did not like that and threw a giant temper tantrum that involved throwing food, and at some point one report said that the topics of his rant moved to modern-day slavery within the NBA. Not great, Kevin Porter, and I think the Cavs are just fed up with him despite making him a first-round pick. Now, Yardbarker mentioned 3 teams: the Lakers, Trailblazers, and Raptors. Obviously, we'll focus more here on the Lakers side of things. There's a rationale behind it of, hey, they have to find more cheap young depth. Kevin Porter could do that. If he's cut, it's a bit going home for him. I think that does make some sense there. You also worry about the off-the-field stuff. When he played last year, this is, again, 2019-2020 stats, 10 points per game, shot a little over 33% from deep. That's intriguing young option, makes me interested. Although, seems like he's a bit of a wild card when it comes to the locker room. Maybe LeBron James can make him work. Maybe LeBron James can find a way to get him to fit, to become more of a professional. So what do you guys want here? And I'll make this the pinned comment, by the way, on today's video. Do you want Kevin Porter Jr. on the Lakers? Type in Y for yes, N for no. If you get the ad break here, scroll on down and get your votes in. Let's talk now about JaVale McGee. Could he be returning to the Lakers? A fun little Cavs-Lakers rumors hybrid show, I guess, today. Again, originally sent to the Cavs in the offseason to help make some room for Gasol. The Cavs have added another big man in Jared Allen because find someone who loves you, like Cleveland loves adding big men to their roster. At some point, though, they got to actually move on and get the older guys out and the younger guys in with more playing time. The Lakers could make some sense. I think they could be in the market for one more big man. And frankly, McGee's played pretty well this season for the Cleveland Cavaliers as a backup big, as a depth piece. He makes sense. Now, FanSided threw this in as a trade idea, and I'm at least intrigued by it, right? Lakers, of course, get JaVale McGee. The Cavs get Alfonso McKinney, so time's a flat circle. Devontae Cacok and a future second-round pick. Money's not entirely right, but it's close enough that you can find a way to flub it and make it work in the end, but I will go with FanSided's idea here. So who says no? Type C for the Cavs, L for the Lakers. I'm very curious what you guys have to say here, so please do me a favor and get your votes in. I actually think you might be better served going with the Lakers say no. Because I do think, hypothetically, JaVale McGee is a logical buyout candidate. And let him go hit free agency and go play for a contender. In that case, Lakers might be able to begin without moving on from one of their two-way guys or a future pick. So I actually think the Lakers might end up saying no, solely because he's a potential buyout candidate. But let me know what you guys think. Who says no to this hypothetical trade idea? C for the Cavs or L for the Lakers? Now, there are some deals out there I want to keep you guys updated on. Chatsports.com/LakersMask. There are Lakers face coverings on sale right now. Individual ones, 2-packs. The 3-pack, by the way, 50% off. It's almost the same cost as the 2-pack. So, like, get an extra mask for pennies on the dollar right there. Chatsports.com/LakersMask. I will put that link both in the comments section and in the description. That way, all you guys have to do is click, go shop, and find yourself a new Lakers face covering. I want to go back now to Talen-Horton Tucker, also discussed on our most recent Lakers video. Bleacher Report listed like the top trade candidate for every team and whether or not they should keep them or trade him. And they actually went with Talen-Horton Tucker over someone like Kyle Kuzma, which I actually don't mind. Horton Tucker set to be a restricted free agent in this upcoming offseason and should draw heavy interest from not as good NBA teams as LA. Now, he's kind of carved out a role in the Lakers' rotation, so could the Lakers trade him early? I'm open to that idea. I think a lot of you guys might be as well if you get something really good back, but I tend to agree with Bleacher Report's conclusion. No, don't trade him right now. I do want him to be a little bit better from deep. He's shooting below 28%, but I think that can come. He's still only like 20 years old right now. Gives you a good depth piece, and he is restricted. So the Lakers still have some control over where he ends up playing next season. I get the mindset of, hey, what if we did this? What if we moved on now and acquired assets since he's not a critical part of this rotation? That does make sense. But I think what else ends up making the most sense in the end for the Lakers is keep your young guy on your roster. He helps you win right now, and you're trying to win a championship this season, not necessarily maximize one individual asset. So what would you do then with Talen-Horton Tucker, THT? Type T for trade him, or type in K for keep. Let me know what you guys think here in the comments section. I know down the road you might be hiding to like, we should have traded him. I think you keep him right now. He helps you at the moment. He makes you better. He's young. He's still under some team control, and he's cheap. I think you try and keep those guys as you deal with the NBA's tricky salary cap. So get your votes in here. T for trade, K for keep. Now, we are approaching 31K subscribers here on our Lakers channel. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. We are less than 500 away. And don't worry, we'll do more videos for you guys as the trade rumors start to percolate again here. So hit that big red button and subscribe today. Let's talk Anthony Davis then here. Back to Bleacher Report. They listed Davis as the favorite, or at least should be the favorite, for Defensive Player of the Year. He was a runner-up, by the way, to Giannis last season. Davis has never won the award, and no Laker has won it. It's all the way back in 1987. I like the idea of Davis at least being in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year. I get that guys like Giannis and Gobert, and I think Joel Embiid this year also in the conversation, are always going to be in the mix, right? But Davis is a fantastic defensive player. I think there were some great points made by the Bleacher Report article that I'll explain right now as well. The numbers are great for Davis. Now, let's look at blocks per game, right? Miles Turner is putting up stupid numbers, 4.2. He's going to come back down to earth. Rudy Gobert, Chris Boucher, Anthony Davis averaging almost 2 blocks per game. Great note here, all right? In terms of averages, first off, look, Davis is up there, top 5 in blocks per game, but he's not just hanging around the rim. All right, Davis contests as many threes per game as Paul George, a wing defender. He averages as many deflections on passes as another wing defender, Jason Tatum. He's not just a big guy hunkering down in the paint at center and blocking shots. He's playing everywhere. I think that should help his Defensive Player of the Year nomination. Now, last year, the on-off splits kind of hurt Anthony Davis, but they're better with Davis on the court. And I think that should matter when you're number one in defensive efficiency. This is points per 100 possessions, so 102.4 points for every 100 possessions. That leads the NBA. The Lakers have the most efficient defense right now in the association. Anthony Davis is their best defensive player. I don't want to just hand the award to the best defensive player on the best defense. That's a little bit boring. But Anthony Davis is playing great. He is the critical reason why this Lakers defense has been so good this year on a per-possession efficiency basis. So, yes, I think Anthony Davis should absolutely be in the conversation there, if not the outright favorite, as one of the favorites to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's earned that award. I think at some point he'll win one. He's still young. This year's shaping up to at least put him in the running for that award.